Hi, and thank you for joining me on my channel today. My name is Liz Zamorski, and I'm offering this oracle card reading today for all earth signs. That's Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So without any further ado, I'll get started. Today I'm using the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild, the Goddess Power Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid, and also the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. And all information about all the decks I'm using, as well as how to book a personal private reading with me and how to become a patron on my Patreon page, all that information is down below. So, and all I ask is that if you like this video, that you please like, share, and subscribe so we can continue growing this content for you. So we ask all angels, ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, ascended masters, higher selves, to please surround me and these earth signs with your gold and white healing light, so these earth signs can receive the healing, expansion, and wisdom they desire to live for their greatest good and always on their highest path. I ask all angels, ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, ascended masters, and higher selves that if they wish to help with this reading, to please enter the light here with us now. All other energies, please leave this space so we don't have interference from your vibration. I ask all angels, ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, ascended masters, and higher selves to please give clear, direct, and easily understood answers to the questions that these earth signs are holding in their minds and hearts, so they can receive the healing, expansion, and wisdom they desire to live for their highest and greatest good. We accept these messages in the love and light in which they're intended, and as always, we thank you for your wisdom and your presence here with us. So I've now shuffled the Isis Oracle and received 2 cards from that deck, and now I'm shuffling up the Goddess Power deck and now the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. 2 cards, please, for these earth signs. Wait, 2 cards, please. Okay, interesting. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to start with these Isis Oracle cards. First we have Divine Destiny and Portal of Light. And what these 2 cards are telling me is that you're really being beckoned to step into a greater version of yourself. You have the power within you, you have the tools that you need, but with this outstretched hand from Portal of Light, I feel like she's really beckoning you forward, asking you to step more into who you are and really step into the next phase of your evolution. I feel like there's a wish fulfillment or a heart's desire happening here, where there's something that's really been burning inside of you to complete or to begin. And what I'm hearing is that you're grounded enough, you've just completed the Capricorn season, and you're entering into a whole new phase where you can actually harness this energy that you've been cultivating over time. From the Goddess Power Oracle deck, we have Hecate, which is the in-between, and we also have Green Terra, Salvation. And the things that are standing out to me most with these 2 cards, the imagery on them, is that we have a lot of happy energy. There are smiles and very soft colors. With Hecate, with the in-between, the numerology of the card is a 1-9, so that to me means the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. So I feel like you are really asked to wrap up what's going on in this phase of your life and get yourself prepared to really take that first step, but take it with happiness and take it with the contentment that you've cleaned out what you've needed to clean out in the last phase, and that you're stepping forward into your heart's desire. I really see like her heart chakra is really illuminated with light, and her crown and her third eye are really giving off this beautiful, vibrant light. And she's really asking you to shed the old skin. I see like a lot of snake imagery in the background of this card. And so I feel like she's really saying, you know what, shed the old skin It's not something that you even have to think about. It's just an instinct you have. You know what you need to leave behind in order to step forward. And also with this green Tara, salvation, this is an 8 energy, which to me means that you have the strength that you need to move forward. There's this orange and green light showing up in the background of the card. And that to me is very indicative of the second chakra, which is your sacral chakra. That's the seat of yourself. That's knowing who you are, believing in your own potential. And also the heart chakra, where the green is the heart chakra, which is telling me like there's something that's been sitting on your heart. I'm seeing like an image of a big boulder, and I'm hearing you can't move the boulder. You have to start breaking it apart bit by bit. So I feel like there's something about the shedding of the snake skin, but there's also something about you can't just like bypass the shadow work. You can't just bypass this big boulder and go around it. You have to start chipping away at it, or else you're going to keep encountering it on your path over and over and over again. But again, green Tara, she has this smile on her face. So it's telling me that it's like a knowing smile. Like she knows that you have the strength within you. She's just waiting for you to become awakened to that knowledge. So that way you can start stepping forward and living in your greatest and highest truth. With the Spirit Animal Oracle, the 2 cards that came out here are Skunk Spirit. Again, we have an energy of a 9. And we have the Ant Spirit, which is a 1 energy. So what I'm feeling with this is that with the 1 energy, it's going back to Hecate, where you're starting a new cycle. And with the ant, I'm thinking about, or what's coming through with that is that ants work, again, bit by bit. They take piece by piece, and they have unending patience, and they work together in a community. So what I'm feeling with this card is that you have to go through this cycle of clearing out the boulder that might be sitting on your heart, this weight that's been sitting on you, and you're going to have to start removing it bit by bit. Use the tenacity and the patience of the ant to move the mountain one piece at a time. Also, don't be afraid to really rely on the community around you. If you need other people to help you start moving pieces, call them in. If that's a therapist or a friend or a parent or a mentor, you've cultivated this community around you that will help you get through to this next phase. Yeah, the subtext of the card says time to collaborate. And it, again, like with these 2 spirit animal cards, I'm seeing the same kind of color imagery as I saw in the Goddess Power, where you have this beautiful kind of purple, very healing, mild light. I'm hearing, lavender, which is also a really beautiful essential oil to use for calming and to ground yourself back into your body. So that might be a tool that you might use. And also this green, which again is that healing light, and it's also really calling out of your heart chakra, like really bringing my attention there. So maybe you also hold some stress here in your chest, and this is calling you to say, like, listen to these cues that your body is giving you. You're getting cues all the time from all of your senses, from your taste, from your feeling, from your nervous system. So really start tuning into the cues that your body is sending you regularly and start acting on them. It doesn't have to be in big ways. It can be like the ant. Just move like a small piece at a time, and over time you're going to see a big change. The other spirit animal card that came out was this skunk card, which is a 9 energy, again closing out the cycle. And the skunk spirit is calling you to know your worth. And what I feel like is coming through with the skunk is exactly that know your worth message, where you might not be everyone's cup of tea. You might not be everyone's taste. You're not here for everyone. You're here for you. You're here having your own experience, and you're learning the lessons that you need to learn along the way. This skunk is sitting on top of a flower, which reminds me of that scene from Bambi where Bambi is meeting the skunk for the first time, and Bambi calls the skunk a flower, and then Thumper comes in to say, that's not a flower, that's a, and then the skunk interrupts and says, he can call me flower if he wants. So I feel like this is calling you to redefine who you are. You get to decide how you show up in the world. You get to decide who gets to call you what. Nobody else gets to decide your name for you. So start really meditating and going inward and grounding yourself into what your heart's desire is. And that is going to take removing some of that extra layer of boulder off to actually get down to the soft spot of your heart again, to get down to the soft spot of the seat of yourself in your sacral chakra, and to really dig into that question of what do I get to be if I'm the one deciding my name? What do I get to pursue if I'm the one deciding how I spend my time? And I think you might be shocked by what's coming up, because I'm just hearing like shock and awe that there's an answer within you, but it's not exactly what you imagined. So I feel like this is really calling you to step forward. You're being beckoned to step forward into this next cycle. You're being asked to do it with a joyful heart, and you're also being asked to go through some shadow work and to really eliminate things that have been holding you back and holding you down. And remember that the boulder isn't going to be defeated in a day. If you just try to stick a stick of dynamite or TNT down in it and detonate it, you're going to have all this debris going everywhere, and you're probably going to end up in the crossfire. You might end up hurting people or hurting other parts of yourself that weren't intended to be blown up. So I feel like this work has to be precision work. You have to really go in and see what the boulder is, face it, and then start dismantling it. And that's the way that you're going to be able to heal for good, and then move on to the next. So I really hope that this reading resonated with you. I'm now closing this energy, and I'm cutting off all cords of energy that were created during this reading, and cutting off all cords of attachment between my heart and yours. So like I said, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe so we can start growing this channel more. And I really appreciate your presence here today. Thanks. See you next time.